Freddy Focusrite, Freddy Focusrite.
Years of a God.
Hey, what's up, fellow gearheads? Freddy Focusrite here. Today we're going to talk about the vintage console Amek Einstein. Zoom on in here and I'm going to go over the channel strips with you. One of the most exciting things about this console is it says it has 32 channels, but in all actuality it has 64 channels because we have two separate line-ins right here and we have two separate EQs. So while we only have 32 preamps, we can mix through 64 tracks going through the console and use the EQ up here that we use for the insert and preamp section, but also use the big fader EQ down here so we can sum up to 64 tracks in this beautiful vintage sounding console. Let's go up here and let's take a look at the preamp section. Alright, take a look at this right here. This is our preamp fader right here. It's going to give us our gain, our ultimate volume. This right here is our trim right here for our mic and line in. We can pan it right here. Let's say we're recording the stereo channel and we got it on 1 and 2 right here. We're going to pan hard left and we're going to pan hard right. This is just amazing right here. We want to solo this track out. We've got it right here. We've got our line in. Let's say we want to pad. We got a really hot microphone coming in here. We're going to pad it. And of course, if we're using phantom power, like a lot of condenser mics use, we're going to push that right here. This is awesome. We're going to bring us on down here and we're going to take a look at the big fader. The big fader is really cool too. This right here is going to give us our monitor section right here. If we're running in Pro Tools, what we'll be doing is we'll have this line right here up here going in, and we'll have the summing section coming out of the 192 or whatever converter you're using back in here so we can monitor what we're recording on channel 1, or if we're doing a stereo channel, it'll be the same thing. This is a wonderful, wonderful sounding console. The preamps sound incredible. Rupert Neve designed. Let's go over here and take a look at the center section. Alright, center section is not exactly an SSL. You know, we don't have our compressor, and we obviously don't have the summing capabilities and, you know, the finesse that an SSL will have, but it does a pretty good job of summing audio. We've got several different options here. We've got the near field monitors. We've got the main monitors right here. We can check what speakers we want to use right here. We want to use speaker 2 or we want to use speaker 1. We got several different monitor inputs here. Let's say we want to listen to the DAT machine. Let's say we want an A and B between a recording or a hit record and we're trying to get a mix right up there with it. We can plug into the back with several inputs right here, so I'm going to show you in a moment, and we can choose between which output we want to listen to, and we can A and B things. As far as the computer section goes, the computer section has been dated and it's been ruined a long time ago. Besides, this thing doesn't have instant recall. We can't remember what we're doing from track to track, so what we're doing is we're using all our automation and all our recall in Pro Tools, and we're basically summing through this thing. Folks, I know this has been a short video. We haven't really gone into detail on what this board sounds like, but I've kind of gave you a rundown of the versatility. And these things are incredibly practical right now. You can find them on eBay. If you're lucky, you might find one on Craigslist. You get a great sounding vintage console for next to nothing that's got 64 usable channels. I'm telling you, it goes to you that mix in the box. You get something like this and it'll take your mixes to the new level. That's all I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. Freddy Focusrite signing off. Keep the music for real.